This is Ray, and I'm here to give you an in-depth explanation of the tutorial process. Let's get started. Here are the 5 nations you can choose from: Netzavare, Cassedria, Yellsword, Hordain, and Gebrandria. For now, I'm just going to choose Yellsword since it's my favorite nation. Here we have the Yellsword tutorial NPC, or non-playable character named Colt. Every nation has this type of NPC. She will talk to you and guide you to the front lines of the garrison. Here she talks about how to target and talk to other NPCs that you might meet later on in the game. Going too far will prompt the green ring, which will make you unable to have a conversation. But if you move closer, a blue ring will be prompted saying it's all good to get down to business. Now Colt starts talking about the moving interface: W for forward, S for back, A for left, D for right, and spacebar for jump, which is also taught later on in this tutorial. Also, you have F11 to zoom in or F12 to zoom out, but I personally recommend to be fully zoomed out. Use the left mouse button to attack and the right mouse button to pan the camera. Now they start you off with an easy objective, and that's to kill 5 of these spiders. This is mostly to teach you about basic attacks, which is up here to my right. I will be teaching you later on about the skills in the skill bar. For now, let's dispatch these fiends. Rawr! Die, you stupid spider, die. The general idea here is to attack the spiders within the red ring. If you go too far, the yellow ring, it will most likely not hit. But since this is not fighting against players, well, most of the times it will hit. With the monster defeated, Colt congratulates you and finally leads you into the garrison, where you will start your next 3 quests. Here you meet Captain Nueyu. I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. Here he welcomes you and also gives you the welcome from the nation's king as well as his subordinates. For the sake of time, I will skip what they have to say, but make sure you read when you start playing. And thus begins the start of your first quest, called the Red Letter, which can also be checked in your quest log by pressing period. Let's mosey on down to Gentle Forest and begin. Also a little greeting to the guy that said hello to me. Hi! Also, there's a bonus quest which rewards you with the head equipment at the end of this tutorial, which you get by talking to NPCs as you go through the letter quests. Just follow what I do. As we enter Gentle Forest, we shall first talk to Midget. Talk to Midget and click Who's Kaylee, and you learn that Midget has some problems. Her sister appears to be unsocial, so she teaches you the ways of talking. By pressing Enter key, you are able to chat with whom you like. Thanks for your help, Midget. Now let's move on. Here, Randolum tells you about the T crystal, which is that orange crystal up ahead. The sign to the inner forest. As you continue, the sign will pop up to defeat 4 monsters to activate the T crystal. The monsters here are a bit tougher than the ones at the start. They attack back now and take a bit longer to kill. As you reach Thoric, click him and then click No. He explains skills and equipments to you. Now skills are gained as you level. From level 1 to 5 you get 2 skill points per level, and from 6 to 35 you get 1 point per level. From 35 to 40, 40 being the max level, you do not gain any more skill points. You are only allowed a total of 40 skill points. By clicking K or clicking skills to your bottom right, you can see the skills you are allowed and how much skill points it costs to use it. As for equipment, you can go into your main menu, clicking either I or items, and by right-clicking the weapon or shield, you can equip it or unequip it, depending on which one you want to use. Now going back to skills, once you learn a skill, you can use it by double-clicking the icon of that learned skill, and it will show up on your skill bar. Each skill has 3 levels to it, with lower tier skills also unlocking higher tier skills as you level. Your skill bar to the top right allows you a total of only 8 usable skills, no matter how many skills you possess. You can swap skills in and out at your pleasure. Once you defeated 4 monsters and end up at the T Crystal, you will gain levels as well as skill points, which you can use as you continue on. Here is an example of the new skills you unlock once you reach the 3rd level of your skill. Once new skills are unlocked, many possibilities of fighting also open up. As you see here, with Shield Bash, I can now stun an enemy, rendering it incapacitated for a short time, and deal damage with Blazing Slash. With the combination of Embroiden and Reinforced Guard, I now not only not flinch and get interrupted when I attack, but I also get a boost in defense. It looks like Vanilla needs some help, so let's destroy this Great Venomous and then talk to her and see where she leads us. When you load, walk across the bridge and speak to Vanilla again, and she will reward you by giving you 10 regenerates. When the choice comes up, click no. Vanilla also explains how to use them. You do this by going into items, double clicking the icon, or if you want, right click and set it to pocket 1 or 2 for shortcuts. Pocket 1 being F on your keyboard and pocket 2 being G. Now head up the hill to meet with Letitia. She will be the lady dressed in white, and once you get to her, tell her you have a letter from the captain. She will then get all fussy and say you will have to take a test. If you want to, you can talk to Thoric once again. He will tell you about skills, and to your left, a box about skills will pop up. If you don't need to or don't want to learn about skills again, then you can just easily go back and talk to Letitia. She will ask you if you're ready to take a test, and if you are, click of course. Question 1 asks, what do you need in order to learn new skills? The answer to this question is skill points. Question 2 asks, when are new skills unlocked for you to learn? And this is when your skill is at level 3. Question 3 asks, where do you put your skills in order to use them? And that should be the skill slots. Question 4 is, do skills depend on your equipped weapon? And that is a yes. Question 5 says, warriors and scouts can wield 2 types of weapons, and how many can sorcerers wield? And that would be 1. Question 6 says, what items is used to reset skills you learn? And that would be Jar of Oblivion or Jar of Memories. But for now, just click Jar of Oblivion. This will conclude the test, and afterwards, she will ask if you would like to learn skills by class or skills by progression. If you're not interested at the moment, just click never. She will then ask if you would like to either reset your skills or report to the captain. If you want to reset your skills, be my guest. You can reset your skills for free at the garrison anytime at level 20 or lower, but once you reach level 21 or higher, it requires you to purchase orbs to get a Jar of Oblivion or do events to get Jar of Memories. So be careful once you pass level 21 and when you set your skills. Once you click report to the captain, you will be rewarded with 2 weapons and a shield, one weapon being a one-handed sword and the other one being a 2-handed axe. Here is Warrior's second type of weapon called the 2-handed axe. You have to remember that whether you're a 2-handed warrior or a 1-handed warrior, a mage or a scout. You can win or lose depending on your experience. You get this by practicing. So when you fight and lose, keep trying until you get the hang of it. You're going to meet nice players and rude players, but don't get unattracted to Fez because of them. Like I say in war, just get revenge. Report back to the captain to finish this quest. This has been Ray. Join me later for part 2 of the tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed this.